Hey there, this is Dragginslayer coming to you from Black Rock Hut in the Southern District of Shenandoah National Park on the Appalachian Trail. This is my 2018 Appalachian Trail through hike introduction video. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and why I'm hiking the trail, and then I'm going to go walk a little bit. I'm out here doing a little shakedown hike, about 11 miles today around Tradefoot Mountain. So yeah, I'm going to start my through hike middle of March. I was shooting for February, but I had some injuries, and it's kind of why I've been putting off doing this video. It's been a rough few months dealing with plantar fasciitis, bursitis in my foot. Had surgery that has recovered well, but I've also got a minor meniscus tear in my knee. I'm rehabbing that right now. So hopefully everything stays strong and healthy while I'm hiking. But that's why I need to postpone till March. I need to make sure that I am good and healthy as can be before I take on this adventure. I live right now, we're living here in Charlottesville, just about an hour from this hut. And we're here for just about 10 months. Me, my wife, and daughter, we've had the great pleasure of being able to travel full-time for the past 6 years in our RV. So we're generally full-time RVers. We decided to take a break this year, mainly just this winter, and kind of regroup. We kind of lost sight of why we were traveling, and this is just an opportunity for us to regroup and reassess why we're traveling, and hopefully relaunch after my through hike. As a matter of fact, my wife and daughter will be meeting me along different spots on the trail, and I'll have to move the RV a couple of times up the mountain range from its current place in Richmond up until to Maine, where we'll spend the latter part of the summer and early fall after I complete my hike. But yeah, so it just, timing is right for me to do this now. I've been wanting to do it for over 20 years. I had bought all the gear, saved all the money, and then I met my wife, and she told me to go do it anyway 20 years ago, but you know, I would rather have spent that time with her. And now I have 20 years later, that bug has never left me to through hike the trail, and so now's a good time to do it. I just sold a business. I'm in a transition. I'm 45. Kind of don't know what I'm doing next after selling that business. You know, I have a tendency to just get right into the next thing, and this is an opportunity for me to pause and think about what I'm going to do next. I found myself just going right into another business after selling my last one, and I don't really want to do that. I want to take some time and really think about what I'm going to do next. So the timing is right for me to do this hike now. I have the great support and really the nudging from my wife and daughter. I'm really grateful to them for encouraging me to do this now, and they've been a fantastic support as always. And while I'm giving gratitude, let me give some gratitude to those who have come before me and other vloggers, particularly Early Riser 71. Go check out his vlog. He did the trail in 17, and he vlogged every day. So that I mean, that's a lot of work. So I'm grateful to him, and he's been an encouragement. Now he's out there cheerleading for all of the 2018 hikers. So thanks Early Riser, as well as some of the other guys like Bigfoot. Appreciate you, and Spielberg, appreciate you as well. You've kind of paved the way for us 18 vloggers, and shown us how it's done right. My name, Dragginslayer. Let me explain that just a little bit. So for one, it's kind of a nod to my daughter, who's a fanatic about dragons and all things mythical folklore surrounding dragons. So that's part of it. The name is spelled Dragon, D-R-A-G-G-I-N, not like a dragon, D-R-A-G-O-N. There is a song that's pretty dear to me, by Colin Hay. He's the former lead guy from Men at Work. Some of you may know. He has a song called "Waiting for My Real Life to Begin," and there's a line in it that says, "When I awoke today, suddenly nothing happened. But in my dreams, I slew the dragon. Up this beaten path, down this cobbled lane, I followed my own footsteps again." And this song was kind of, it's his, it's talking about his struggle to want to do great things in life, and he's just waiting for his real life to begin. But that particular line, I really like it, because I find that my life is a constant balance and struggle with wanting to slay dragons and dragging my feet. So I find that I want to do great things, like hike the Appalachian Trail. Like I did my first ultra marathon last year, but yet wanting to at the same time remain somewhat anonymous and obscure and just be a normal guy. So sometimes I'm slaying and sometimes I'm dragging. So there's the short background on my name, Dragginslayer. Okay, so what's next? I'll do a gear video soon. I'm trying to figure out how I want to vlog, because I want to do something a little different. I realize that there needs to be a story behind what I'm doing, and yet remain authentic. So bear with me as I struggle through trying to figure out how I'm going to do this vlog. I'll figure it out, but I'll have a gear review coming up shortly. Right now I'm just going to go hike a little bit, and then I will come back on and chat with you a little bit more later. Thank you for hopping on here. I look forward to meeting a lot of you thru hikers this year, class of 2018. And yeah, take care. So I'm thinking about this vlog a little bit more. I want to kind of share with you why I'm doing it. The primary reason is so that friends and family can kind of follow along with my journey if they want to. So I intend to vlog regularly, maybe not daily, but pretty regularly. You know, like I said in the beginning, trying to kind of find my place in this vlogging community, because there are so many good vloggers out there. There's something for everybody, and I think I've kind of figured out that, you know, to come at it authentically, I'm just going to have to kind of be myself and tell my story. And I think the story that I want to tell is, you know, here I am, midlife, 45 years old, in a transition. I'm not in a midlife crisis, but I am at a transition, which is when a lot of people tend to do their thru hike. I don't know what I'm going to do next. So, you know, I'm hoping that while I'm hiking, that I'll get some clarity, get some ideas about maybe what I want to do next, and have some time to really reflect on how I want to spend the next 30, 40 years of my life. You know, I've had some good success with my business, but I'm ready for, you know, like I said, I sold that, and I'm ready for something different, going to a completely different industry. I've never in my adult life really worked for anybody else, so I don't see that happening, but you never know. I don't know. So I guess my story is just kind of figuring that out, what I'm going to do. And you know, I'm a contemplative guy, and so this vlog will probably be pretty contemplative. Not real technical. You know, I'll talk about mileage and suffering and stuff like that, but I really want to talk about the journey and my thought process and what's going on in my head. Share my doubts, my fears. But hopefully by the end I'll have a good story to tell about it all. You know, the journey is the story, I suppose. But hopefully somebody will find this vlog useful. I mean, if it's just doesn't go beyond my friends and family, that's okay with me. Forgive me, I'm trying to get comfortable with this stick. You know, if by some bizarre luck the vlog becomes successful and I get a lot of traffic, I do plan to monetize that for donations to Operation Underground Railroad. 100% of my proceeds will go to them. Operation Underground Railroad is a nonprofit organization that rescues young girls from sexual slavery around the world. It's been doing great things, so check them out. I'll put a link. So, yeah, so that's why I'm doing the vlog. Share with friends and family the journey. Kind of tell my story about figuring out what's next for me in life. We're gonna, like I said, when I get off the trail, I'm gonna meet back up with my wife and daughter and spend late summer in Maine at Bar Harbor area in the RV, and then head west, and then in 2019 we're gonna RV Alaska. So really looking forward to that. But after that, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I assumed I did up until I decided to do the trail. So the trail has a way of changing people and changing their plans and simplifying your life. Simple life definitely has some appeal. That's kind of what drew us to the RV lifestyle, full-time RVing anyway. So I figure the next phase of my life will have something to do with that. You know, the outdoors. I love hiking and backpacking. I seem to get a lot of clarity when I'm out here. Alright, so while my water's heating up for some lunch, let me pick up where I left off, talking a little bit about fear and the things that I fear with hiking the Appalachian Trail. Start off by telling you what I don't fear. I don't fear the wildlife, bears. I have encountered black bear on the hiking trail many times over the years, and they've always ran from me. They're always, you know, as long as you're smart, give them their distance, give them their space, especially if there's cubs nearby. Then I don't ever see black bears as an issue, so I don't really fear that. I don't fear the hiking or camping alone. I've done that a lot. I don't fear the physical exertion of a through hike, although I'm sure I can't fathom the difficulty of it yet, but I enjoy the physical exertion. What I do fear is injury. Not the falling down kind of injury, because I'm sure I'll do some of that, and that's okay, but I'm talking about overuse injury. I've been plagued with overuse injuries from running and basketball for many years, and I'm doing my best to get ahead of those before I go out. But I fear that could take me off the trail and prevent me from reaching Katahdin. So that's really my biggest fear. My second fear kind of stems from that, and that is my stubborn pride. Because I fear that if I do have an overuse injury, that I won't know when to quit. And I'm gonna set this down because my water's about ready. So I do fear that I won't know when to quit hiking, even when I do get injured. Last year I ran an ultra marathon, and about halfway through climbing a hill, got a pretty sharp pain in my knee. I probably should have stopped, but I didn't, because no way was I going to quit my first ultra marathon. That was just stubborn on my part. And that was last March. Here I am almost a year later, and I'm still struggling with that same injury. So I fear my stubbornness and not knowing when to quit. But I also know that it's that stubbornness that can get me to Katahdin. So there's that. And then, of course, the other big fear, not really a fear, but a concern, is definitely my daughter and my wife. Being apart from them for so long, you know, they've given me their support and encouragement with this, which is awesome. All right, let me read these instructions. Dottie's, this is from Packet Gourmet. I've had their meals before many years ago, and it's really good. You know, I'll talk about food a little bit later, because that's a big issue with me, is figuring out my food still. But this is Dottie's chicken and dumplings. Let's see. Cooking bag. Pour 12 ounces into the bag. Where is Alright, so hot water goes right in this. Seems like a lot of water. All right, so blender number 1. Here you go. Take out the dry pack. All right. It's been a while since I've had one of these. Give it a good stir. So the mistake I made here, all on video, is I was supposed to dump that in the cook bag. This is not the cook bag. This is the cook bag. So I'm going to try and do that without making a mess. All right. up. Should put it in this cozy. Not really cold enough to need it, but that'll cook faster, I suppose. The Packet Gourmet gives you a nice cozy. It's really light. It only weighs about 1.5 ounces. I may or may not take that on my thru hike. So anyway, as I was saying, about my wife and daughter, I do fear, not fear, but I am concerned about being away from them for such a long period of time, especially my daughter. You know, we've been together for 6 years on the road. Well, I mean, she's 10, so obviously we've been together longer, but we've done everything together. We spend all our time together. You know, she's homeschooled. I work at home. There really hasn't been much time apart, so this will be really difficult for her, I think. But you know, she's being a real trooper about it. But the good thing is, you know, this vlog is going to help, and they live right now are in middle central Virginia, so they'll be able to come visit me whenever they want. And then of course we have the RV, and they'll after June they'll be back on the road full time and be able to visit me often. So I think that'll be just fine. All right, so I'll talk to you more later.